uh, people who are just wanted to raise for an interaction or express their emotions can go for nod reaction extension. That is an add-on of Google Meet platform. Madam Sita Lakshmi, just kindly turn off your presentation.
तो अपना साइज लो कर दे साइज लो कर दे के रिकॉर्ड करे
ओडी भाई ठीक है आवाज आ रही
So, very good morning, respected attendees. Actually, you are requested to keep the microphone button in a disabled. Yes. So far, we have received 50 number of participants. I hope sooner we will get a couple of the people who have joined. Attendees Srinivasan, Swati, Murugan are all requested to just go for just turning off your microphone button. Keep your microphone button in the Swati Murugesan is requested to just keep. Thank you. Is my voice audible? Anyone can text me a chat. Is my voice audible, or should I increase little more voice, or should I decrease volume? Anyone can reply me.
Clear
Is it audible, sir? Thank you,
clear
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, Organizing Secretary Dr. Ravichandran, sir. Please, you can switch on your microphone, sir, please.
एकदम साउथ इंडियन है ना
Ravichandran, sir, you can switch on your mic. Hello. Professor Ravichandran, sir. Madam Soni Kumari and Vijayan can just disable your microphone button. Just which is left to the calling button. You can just disable. Hello. Ravichandran sir.
Ole.
Sir, Ramnath sir? 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 கேக்குதா சார்? கேக்குதா? Hello.
So respected attendees, I am waiting for the organizing part.
சார் கேக்குதா? ஆமா. ஆன்ல தான் இருக்கு சார், ஆன்ல தான் இருக்கு. சரி, தொடங்கிடலாமா? நான் முதல்ல கேக்குதான்னு மட்டும் பாருங்க. பாருங்க, இப்ப பாருங்க, டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி சொல்லுங்க.
Hello sir, good morning sir.
கேக்குதா சார்? Good morning sir. I am audible.
Hello.
Hello sir. I am audible.
Audible தான் sir, audible.
Sir, okay.
Sir, are all other participants are able to hear? Dr. Ravichandran, are you able to hear?
I am Dr. C. Ravichandran. Good morning. Good morning. Vijayan.
Good morning, sir. Very good morning, sir.
Very good morning, sir. I am audible.
It's audible, Professor. Please carry on, Professor.
Shall we start?
Yes, Professor. Please carry on, Professor.
Okay. Sir, Ramnath sir.
Sir, good morning. Please you start, sir. Carry on, sir. Carry on, Professor.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar section. A navigation into science process skills. Government College of Education, Pudukkottai is proudly introduced this innovative topic before the participants in order to create a scientific attitude and its development about scientific thinking. Today, science and development engulf the entire world in a progressive pathway. In this respect, the topic, a navigation into science process skills, will give the participants a thorough understanding of each component. I will very sure today's resource person is very apt in delivering all units of science process skills before you. Science process skills are required not only for the educators, students, but also everyone should use their process consciously or unconsciously in their life in multiple modalities. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce this topic before you for the teaching faculties, students, and other community fellow also. So my prime duty is welcome to all the gatherings in the national webinar event. I would like to welcome all the participants who are going to attend this webinar section from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. First of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our principal, Dr. A. Gunasegaran, Government College of Education, Pudukkottai. He gave all the support and amenities for conducting this national webinar. A warm welcome, sir. Next, my faculty members, on behalf of the Government College of Education, IPSC, and I extend a hearty welcome to all the staff members. It's my pleasure to welcome our resource person, Dr. Ramnath sir, national webinar sir. I welcome sir. It's my deeply esteemed warm welcome to all the participants from Tamil Nadu and from other parts of the country also, who will going to participate in this webinar. It's my pleasure to welcome our VEd, MEd, and office staffs in this national webinar program. It's my pleasure to introduce our resource person, today's speaker, Dr. Ramnath, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Alagappa University, Karaikuri. He is a very young and dynamic personality in the field of education. He has got more than 18 years of experience. He started his career as a VT assistant and has reached the peak of assistant professor in Alagappa University. He has a number of credits. Some I should add to his credits are, he has produced 2 PhD scholars and 4 more are waiting for the Viva Voce examination. He has graded 70 ML students and 12 MPhil scholars. He has presented 105 papers both in national and international conference. He has published 47 research articles in national and international peer-reviewed journals. He has developed 12 modules for MOOC platforms, and he acted as a resource person for various national and international conferences, seminars, and symposiums. Our resource person has organized a number of national and international conferences, workshops, and training programs. So, on behalf of this national webinar program and Government College of Education, Pudukkottai, I would extend a warm welcome to Dr. Ramnath sir. Now I am handed over this session to Dr. Ramnath. Sir, kindly take this session.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Ravichandran. Sir is my well-known and long-term friend and very respected principal, sir, of Government College of Education, Pudukkottai. And all the attendees, sir, is audible? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, Principal, Government College of Education, Pudukkottai, Professor Ravichandran and Professor Anbucherian and all the faculty members who are well known to me in the Government College of Education, Pudukkottai. A very happy morning to everyone, and I submit my deep sense of gratitude for having invited me as a resource person for today's webinar titled on a navigation into a science process. And here now, the particular thing is that actually today I am presenting to you in the 2 section of webinar. The one is first the base of introduction. What is how the science process can be sequenced and how it is going to be just processed in the experiment. So there are 2 parts of experimentation regarding science process skills. And we let now move to the concept of science processing. So now the today topic is a navigation into science processing. Probably the presentation will be all about an hour. As I told you, first half an hour I will talk about probably how science process will emerge and how it is different from behavioral skills, I mean specification, and how the science process skill can be sequenced, and what are the types and how it can be applied into the research as well as a scientific experiment. So this is what the science process skill is all about. So today's topic is a navigation into science process skill. You know pretty well that the term itself, navigation, means that we navigate something, we search something. So how research is named after search again and again with an intention of searching a new knowledge, like science process skill within a research or within the science of inquiry, it needs lot of navigation, it needs lot of searching and seeming process. That is why I have given the title as a navigation into science process. Now, when we come to the context of science, science has three dimensions. What are those dimensions? One is content, second one is process of doing science, third one is scientific attitude. See, most of the people, especially at the degree and schooling level, especially in the context of student science, they deem it, they think that science is always about a content. Science is a content, no other go, I do agree, but we always worry about content. Besides, we fail to look into the process which stay behind, which pressure inside the content, what is called the process of doing. Third one is scientific attitude. A mere content without the processing of science and the attitude towards science is always become waste. So you can know that science content is nothing but what students wanted to know. Knowledge content, knowledge part of science is content, but the activity, action part of science is the process of doing, to what is called the today topic. The emotional or affective domain part of science is scientific attitude. So scientific attitude, process of doing and the content are not separable. They are always hand to hand. But whereas just we fail to establish or nurture or inculcate the relationship between these three things. So this particular PowerPoint and this particular seminar will be resolving about the interaction of these three processes or these three dimensions of science. Now, when we come to the context of science, now regarding scientific skills, you know pretty well regarding dimensions of science, content, process and the attitude, both all three important. But within the scientific skill, there are two subsets. The one is science process skill and another one is manipulative skill. How it is science process? The process of doing science that scientists use. For example, you can take a very similar small example. While just to dissolving the dough for making idli or dosa, our even village people, farmer people, they put their hand inside the dough and just they make it dissolved. The next day it will be very good soaring. If it is not inserted our finger or hand, it doesn't get into. What it does mean that our hands bacteria helped the flour, I mean dough, to get the soap. What is called a small science experiment we are doing automatically in our sense. So in the day by day, lots of things we are doing unnecessarily, but that skills are all called the process skills. But besides, we don't know that these are all the process skills. So process skills are nothing. It is not exaggeration. Process skills are the skills of the daily life, but based on the scientific phenomena. All skills of the day is not process skill, but the skill of human in day-to-day life with that of some scientific principles or concepts called the science process. Now, since the educators and most of the learned colleagues, people, B.Ed, M.Ed, all join, you know pretty well about the spiral organization of the curriculum.
Okay.
You know pretty well what is spiral organization. Sir, someone is keep interacting, so better to keep your microphone disabled. So it impacts yeah, presentation. Please kindly cooperate with the fellow participants. So thank you, sir. Now, from kindergarten to K represents here kindergarten to 12th curriculum, it is based on a spiral organization. How a small amount of science concept is being emerged and just taking spiral organization into 12th level degree master like that. But here, the important objective of the spiral curriculum or spiral organization is that the scientific literacy is the spiral curriculum. This scientific literacy is nothing but developing process skills of science, logical thinking of students, and critical thinking. Now you can know the difference. Process skills different, logical thinking different, critical thinking different. How they are different, I will tell you in the slides ahead. But now, when you see the concept of difficulty level, the difficulty level keeps increasing from kindergarten to 12th standard and so on. So since the complexity of content increasing, the complexity of process is also increasing. So that we need to revise the science process skill according to the new content then and there. This is what next the two important concepts dedicated by the famous psychologist Jean Piaget. He has come out with a very beautiful two branches, what is called assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation is nothing but it is the very first stage of an observation. Whatever you observe, that observation becomes into your mind and just make simply an addition with that existing knowledge. So assimilation is existing of new information into the existing framework. So regarding assimilation and accommodation, regarding accommodation, we are moving to do that. Assimilation is actually existing of same information into the existing framework. But whereas in the context of accommodation, we need to modify the mental framework. Then you know that there is a word called the schema or schemata. Schemata or schema is the mental framework of the people which is already stored in the mind. When you look at the picture, see a small child, then she looked at the horse, she observed that it's a kind of picture and it is a horse. After some time, this horse is replaced by a zebra, but when she looks at the zebra, she thinks that it is also a horse. If she thinks that it's also a horse, it is an assimilation. But if she thinks that the horse was plain in color, brown in color, and something different in color, but the zebra is something different in color because it has some raised lines inside the body, on the body, then she makes some little distinguish between the existing stored knowledge in the mental framework with that of the new knowledge enter into the mind. So what is called the accommodation? My dear fellow learners, the assimilation and accommodation, both the process are very important. These processes are very much mandatory to develop to science process skills. So you please mind that both assimilation and accommodation. I don't say just underestimate assimilation. Assimilation is very much mandatory, but rather accommodation is most mandatory to the science. Every human being will have an assimilation skill, but rarely scientists alone always doing an accommodation skill. So in order to accommodate, we need to develop science process. So now, now we let's move to what is accommodation. Regarding accommodation, there are plenty number of synonyms are there. So the one is, Professor Ravichandran sir, now you can disable your microphone, sir. So the accommodation also known as adjustment. Adjustment means it's a mental adjustment or compromisation, mental compromisation. For example, one theory said something, another theory said something. Just you are compromised with one theory or infusion of or integration of both the theories. So adjustment, compromise, intelligence, and adaptation, loading, room, shelter, arrangement, water, convenience. These are all the another terms. Other terms which closely resemblance to the accommodation. Now I am preparing you. I am not taking you to the process, but I am preparing you to get insight. What is the base? What is the fundamental for accommodation process? Now we let's move. So please, just you can deeply watch this particular diagram. One person is coming to a conclusion. The coming conclusion is an accommodation. For example, as you see in that previous picture, this girl thinks that zebra and a horse are same. But after some time, when she looks at the zebra, with the help of the hypothesis. Here, what is hypothesis? Seeing horse many times, seeing zebra many times, or the hypothesis. Now, observation becomes hypothesis. The hypothesis has direct connection with the drawing conclusion, and the hypothesis decided going for a prediction also, and this prediction go for a result. So when there is a result in our mind, there is a lot of sequential process, what is called the first brainchild of process of scientific inquiry. So process skill is nothing but inquiry in the mind of human in terms of scientific aspect. How it is a scientific aspect? See, regarding mere observing is not a process skill, but observing with that of a scientific term and scientific experimentation is the process skill. So the thing is that here process of scientific inquiry by Rachelson 1977 make a very clear picture that how results of every content is organized. For example, inquiry and enquiry always make difference. Enquiry is questioning the event which already happened, which already done, which already over. But the inquiry is why it has happened, even though it is over. But why it has happened, why does it has happened, and what are the factors for this? So these are all the ongoing processes inquiry. So please, my dear attendees, you can make difference between inquiry and the enquiry. Enquiry is questioning the just to end over completed event. Inquiry is just questioning the ongoing process. Now, let us come to concept. Inquiry is further divided into two great brain styles. What is called a conceptual inquiry as well as empirical inquiry. My dear fellow learners, you have to understand one more knowledge again. See, empirical in the world, everything cannot be studied as empirical. Something to be studied as conceptual only. For example, empirical, all the science data, science experimentation, science processes are 99% are empirical based. But when we come to the context of social sciences, so don't think that science process skill meant for only science subjects. Science process skill meant for larger to the science subject, but science process skill also serve its own regulation, its own service to the social science researchers also. So conceptually, like good, bad, jealous, greed, insight, development, intelligence, these are all the conceptual inquiry. So discrepant event, here discrepant attributes. What is an event? Why it has happened? The data, everything is empirical, because empirical is evidence-based. Evidence-based. But conceptual always does not have an evidence. So the thing is, empirical is all about science, where science process needs, here you can see stimulus, here result, here process. So regarding stimulus as well as ongoing process as well as result. In all the three process, the process skill are science experts empirical knowledge or empirically questioning, empirical inquiry. But whereas in the context conceptual, this particular stimulus, ongoing processes and results do not expect that much inquiry, whereas it gets only conceptual inquiry only. For example, this empirical experimentation inquiry is named after science process skills. Now I am telling you how science process skill is emerged from an inquiry. The inquiry is different. After inquiry or by inquiry, through inquiry, the science process skills emerged. So how it is emerged? Just let me tell you in the slide ahead. So now you can see this is a model of process skill given by Anderson, who is the famous person, and he revised the taxonomy of Bloom, and the Bloom taxonomy is revised into many skills. Here, manipulating variable, here formulating hypothesis. So predicting, inferring, communicating, classifying, measuring. So these are all the skills that is recently proposed by modifying the behavioral terminology identified by Benjamin Bloom by 1956. Benjamin Bloom come out with a lot of behavioral skills, what is called specific instructional objectives. I will tell you in the 2 slides ahead. But he modified those behaviors and he come out with a new terminology, what is called the science process skill. So this is the background information of Anderson, and now we just move to the different observation skill or different skills produced by or put forth by Benjamin Bloom. Now what you are seeing in the screen are all the different skills which put forth by Benjamin Bloom, but it is a revisited and reorganized as process skills under the same domain. You know pretty well the knowledge, understanding, application, analyze. Explanation only by Benjamin Bloom. But whereas in the process skill, under knowledge, observing, comparing, classifying, interpreting, illustrating, extrapolating, other skills. Under application, rearranging, relating, expanding, predicting are there. Under analysis, synthesis, evaluation, justifying, assuming, inferring, imagination, like that. So the recall and recognition through specific behavior are branched out into further specific behavior, what is called the process of science. So don't confuse that. Both the behavioral skills put forth by Benjamin Bloom and the behavioral skills put forth by Anderson and Kurzweil are same, but Anderson and Kurzweil's just a reframing of the classification are nothing but these classifications are very much actually branching off very much predominant widespread words that is branched out as a science process skill. Now you have come into the context UNESCO by 1992. Now you see that how 1956, then 1970, 77, then 1992 UNESCO, that's investigation, how investigation can be classified. It has come out with some knowledge. So now that is predicting, hypothesizing, registering questions, observing, measuring, calculating, manipulating. These are all the different skills that is finalized by UNESCO, United Nations Education, Scientific, Cultural Organization from France, Paris, from worldwide. Research means research is always going with this type of process. So this particular 10 process skills put by UNESCO. This is a little development of science process skill. Now we let's move to, you know pretty well now, science process skill is nothing but skills of a normal human being doing with some scientific temper, some scientific principle with a systematic phenomena. But that may also doing in a day-to-day activities. But rarely the scientific principles, what scientists do in the practical laboratory, in vivo, in vitro culture, what is called the original process of science. Now, In the first two slides, I have revealed the concept of content, process, and just attitude, scientific temper. Regarding content, the knowledge of science is considered to be a product, but the process of, activity of science is considered to be a process. So now you can see that by 17th Sun and Canning classified the science as a process, science as a product. Now you can see how science is a process regarding attitude, curiosity, humility, skepticism. Skepticism also called the skepticism, SCEPTA also came. Skepticism is nothing but the knowledge of or study of questioning, how to doubt, actually doubting, speculating, just how it happens, what it happens, why it happens, when it will happen again. If you keep asking some questions in your mind, what is called skepticism. So these are all scientific process, and these process can be taken over through these type of methods, what is called the scientific process. But whereas in the product, after doing this process, some byproduct as the chemical reaction happens. For example, sodium and chloride put together in a particular ratio, sodium chloride is a byproduct of that particular reaction. Like that, if the curiosity and skepticism, curiosity is some intention, some interest. If the curiosity with some questioning skill put together, it may result into knowing of a new knowledge, what is called it may be a fact, it may be a concept, it may be a generalized principle, it may be a theory, a law. So what theory, what law, what concept, what principle, what facts are you are studying are all the products of science, are all the content of science, not process of science. So doing those contents, doing those facts, doing those concepts, doing those principles alone always process, but studying of those contents is not at all a process. It is mere a product. So like Tamil, there is a famous quote that if you have an enormous amount of knowledge, even you may score 100 out of 100 for science subject, but the practical knowledge, it becomes very poor. So our Indian concept is having a great lacune in science curriculum to find out practical activity more. But we do give more recognition related to the content of the science. Now I will say an example how it is a content, how it is a process. Now content also called the process and product. When you see the first picture, what I am rotating, if you see that what it is a scale, means just it is a product. But if you go to which kind of scale it is, whether it is a inches or centimeters, and what kind of measurement, it's a scalar or a vector. So now you can go to what type of matrices it is, type of instrument, what kind of capacity. Normal inch tape will go around all about 150 centimeters maximum. So the capacity of measurement and the number of incremental actions, that's a more incremental action. If you go searching again a particular instrument itself, what is called the process. That is why scientists are always very good at operating instruments. So scientists means not only finding out something, they have very good knowledge on operating of instruments. That is very much mandatory knowledge for just going for a process of science. Now when you come to this context, here also type of instrument, but what type of instrument it is? This is a type of instrument, capacity, number, the same type of questions have to be asked. Now very beautiful activity for process of science now I am telling you. My dear fellow people, most of the biology and chemistry people would have joined, I hope. See, you know pretty well that bun, cake, these are all making out of yeast. Yeast helping dough to get fermented. For example, a 100 gram of different packet dough were mixed with yeast for fermentation, and it is kept for 24 hours. So 24 hours old culture mixed with the yeast fermentation. Now which group of or which students fermentation produced more number of bubbles, more quantity of bubbles have to be measured. You imagine this is an activity given to the higher secondary learners of the European country and American country. Now you imagine this context in our science laboratory. See, it's very difficult. Making of bread, bun, jam, butter and all is just very much familiarization within the schooling children itself. See, the first person or first group produced 58 millimeters length of 58 millimeters length of bubble. But whereas second one is 63, third one is 55, and the fourth one is 80. He is topper. And the sixth one is did not produce any kind of bubble. Whereas in the case, he doesn't know how to mix the yeast with the dough. I mean yeast with the flour. So the thing is that everything is a science. If the questions and the activity is framed like this is going to be very good activity for learning science. So these are all the activities of learning science, but these activities of process of learning science, not product of learning science. But what we do is helping to get fermented of dough, just a cake, bun and butter, these are all, cake, bun and all prepared out of the roller, that's all we complete. So we end with product, but they go beyond product, what is called the process. So now it is a worldwide chart that what are all the process skills that we will be enlisting, and you will be talking one on one and just detail regarding observation to valuing. Different skills are there, but here probabilities of science, SCS stands for science process skills. From kindergarten to 12th standard, what is the possibility? This is the standard of skills. These are all the skills. Now you can see that N and K represents the standard of possibilities. Now observing is possible at most from 1st standard to 5th standard. After that, from 6th standard or 7th standard onwards, learning everything through observation is very difficult because you are not children. You would have seen many things in the world already. So you are not permitted to see and just learn everything by observing. So you try to observe everything at most from the 6th standard, at most by 11 age. And after that classifying is also closer activity with observing. But inferring, it starts from 2nd standard and it goes to higher after 10th, 11th standard. Regarding predicting, you know, just assumption, tentative guess, what would happen, what will happen, that is predict, and why it has happened, and how it will be, and how it will be tomorrow, like that. So this kind of activity, when you look at this picture in a find pleasure time or a leisure time, you will understand that which skills are needed to be inculcated in primary section, which skills are needed to be inculcated more into the secondary section, and which skills are due recognition in the higher secondary section. You know pretty well. Based on that, now people who have joined from B.Ed, M.Ed, College of Education and all, you may know pretty well that these type of skills would help you to frame curriculum, to construct a syllabus according to the level of processing of information of the fellow learners, especially in the 1st standard to 12th standard. So now let's move to process of science. So far, my dear fellow learners, I am preparing you how the science process skills are emerged from the normal behavior skills of Bloom. But anyhow, I will explain you in the another 2 slides, after 2 slides, from difference between Bloom's taxonomy skill, I mean behavioral skill and the process skill. Now, regarding processes of science, just it's a knowledge as a result of comprehension. When you comprehension means understanding. When you understand something and the explanation and the comprehension, you got some knowledge as a result of understanding and explanation through some fundamental principles. But the principles may be content or product or major concept of science. For example, every body of knowledge, the knowledge which you acquired through comprehension, through explanation, considered to be a content or product of science concept. The every body of content or product or concept is equal to be a small knot. Knot means bead, money. When these small knots are tied with a large thread, what is called a process of science. For example, if you go for just a garland with some 500 flowers, you consider one flower will make a garland? Never. But each and every flower is a content. If 500 flowers put together with the help of thread, that thread is the process of science. The thread ends in knots like 500 flowers or 500 beads are the content of science. Now you know pretty well, science cannot be learned without content, without process. But we are always studying science as content. But besides, we fail to learn science as a process. So all the beads, all the knots are interconnected with the help of the process, what is called science. So without the science processes, actually science will not make any kind of sense. Now these are all the sequential phenomena for the processing of science. All the science process always starts with an observation. After that it's going for a question. Then you will have some hypothesis, tentative guess. Then you will predict, then you experiment, and just you get a result, and by analysis, after that just you are resulting again. So like that, the scientific process is going on, what is called the process of science. Now you come to the context, science process skills. You may have a question, sir, it is scientific skill or science process skills? Now you will come to understand, science process skills are different from scientific manipulative skills. If you are doing some work, it is a manipulative. Manipulative means making something as more precise, more clear, making something as more evident. That is a manipulative skill. For example, if you are doing an exercise, you know that daily doing an exercise makes the body to be fit. That is okay. If you are doing the same exercise regularly, it is a manipulative skill to protect your body parts, to make your body parts to be fit. That is a manipulative skill, but they are not proper skills, where you are not doing the skills by observing, practicing, measuring, these and all. Where if the same manipulative skills are intended to go for just scientific or research phenomena, what is going to be the science process skills. Now you see the difference. Manipulative skills are using and handling science apparatus. So handling science apparatus is manipulative. For example, how to hold the conical flask, how to hold the test tube, how to hold the forces, how to handle needle. So these are all the skills which are required to do some experiments are called the manipulative skills. But doing those experiments with scientific principles, scientific facts, scientific phenomena or science process skills. Now you hope understand that just that psychomotor skills of laboratory are manipulative skills, but the cognitive and affective skills of the laboratory are science process skills. Now the other skills are there, but you should not have a confusion with those skills. Thinking skills different from science process skills. Scientific thinking different from SPS, science process skills. Reasoning skill different from SPS. Cognitive development different from SPS. Critical thinking different from SPS. And the logical thinking also different from SPS. So science process skills are different from all those other set of skills. Now we let move. Sir, you are keep telling skill and process. What makes difference between skill and the process? So skills and the process are just hand-to-hand activity, but they are different. Who proposed this? We cannot say anything without some empirical evidence. The Secondary Science Curriculum Review Committee by 1987, they only identified the difference between skill and the process. Now you come to context. Skill is a specific activity which students can be made to be practiced. Skill. For instance, observing is not a process or a skill, it is a process. But whereas some manipulative skills, mechanical skills, some drill and practice skills, they are all skills. So specific activity, it is based on the training, but whereas the context process, it is always the seeming with the help of rational activity. Rational, practical, just accepting everything, doing everything with some questions. So rational activity involving application of range of skills. Range of skills means process cannot be done without the combination of different skills. For example, regarding observation, observation means all the 5 sense organs must put together to observe an event. But most probably we observe at most by eye or mostly at ear and eye only. So two important organisms actually involving in observation. But the original observation of science people, they will observe by touch, by sense, by hearing, by smell, by seeing everything. So this is a difference between skill is a training based specific activity, but the process is combination of different skills to do some rational, some questioning, some research event, what is called the process. Now you can see that Nedelsky, like he classified the same skill as just a laboratory event as well as that particular intuitive event. Intuitive means actually the inherent questioning, inherent doubt, inherent knowledge. You may know pretty well that instinct is just basic instinct. Intuitive thinking means just illuminative thinking. Sudden flash of light sometimes make happen. You know pretty well that the discoverer of penicillin, Alexander Fleming, he was doing research on bacteria only. He did not do research on fungi. He applied a medical leave for a week, and the moment he returned back from home to the laboratory, he saw that some of the patches of places bacteria were not grown well. He questioned why these places bacteria were not grown well. Then instead of taking the places where bacteria grown well, he go for he got a dip of small drop of water from the place where bacteria did not grow well and placed under the microscope, and he was astonishing and he was shocked to see that a broomstick-like organism were moving here and there. How was it? Just he came to conclusion that later on, it is called fungus. This fungus has the capability to fight against those bacteria. So whenever this fungus available, the bacteria which give harmful to the human would not grow. He come to a conclusion. Later on he discovered penicillin. So like that, the intuition has happened. Suppose the Alexander Fleming does not check why some particular patches of the place bacteria did not grow, he would not have turned to do research on fungus of bacteria. So this is what intuitive skill. For example, knowledge is equal to verbal and mathematical. But the same thing is by intuitive. So I means intuitive, L means laboratory knowledge. So L1, I1. Here the same knowledge by means of verbal and mathematical. Regarding knowledge same. But you have to come to the process regarding laboratory, understanding of phenomena is also ability. But here it becomes intuitive understanding ability. This ability based on phenomena, but this ability based on intuition. So science is always developing intuition. That is why we teachers should nurture more intuition skill among students. So this is the ability to learn from experiment and observation at the laboratory. But this is the ability to learn from other abilities, how others doing, how others are seeing. Suppose if you learn something by watching a video, it is a mere ability. But if you started doing some experiment, what you have watched is called just observation and experimentation. So this is what a difference between laboratory competency as well as intuitive understanding. The mere understanding by theoretical knowledge, but the intuitive understanding always possible with the processing skills. So now this is UNESCO. It orders observing, reporting, organizing, generalizing, critiquing, organizing, using models and the continuing process. These are all the different skills of process skills that is separated by UNESCO. Now we will move to the great knowledge, what is called the Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy of instructional objectives. My dear fellow learners, pretty well. Please kindly don't go that 2001. Now you can see only 1956 by Benjamin Bloom. First, there are 3 domains of Benjamin Bloom. The one is cognitive, second one is affective, third one is psychomotor. Pretty well this knowledge comprehension application. Analysis, synthesis and evaluation are the 6 general instructional objectives of cognitive domain alone. For affective domain, 5: receiving, responding, valuing, characterizing and organization. So these 5. When we come to psychomotor, manipulating, effecting, locating, so these are all the general instructional objectives of psychomotor domain. My dear fellow learners, general instructional objectives GIO are always 17. 6 plus 5 plus 6. 6 cognitive, 5 affective and 6 psychomotor. 6 plus 5 11 plus 6 17 general instructional objectives alone are there. But every general instructional objective may have many number of specific instructional objectives, what is called the SIO, specific instructional objectives. It is also known as, it is otherwise called as specification. That is called a specification or specific set of behavior. Now you see knowledge, understanding, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, evaluation. So regarding Benjamin Bloom, it is revised by Anderson and Krathwohl as knowledge into remember, comprehension into understanding, application into apply, analysis into analyze, synthesize into evaluate, and evaluation into create. Here arranging, reorganize the cone of the theoretical cone of cognitive domain. Evaluation find a place upper of the cone, just a triangle, and the evaluators come little back, because creation is possible after evaluation only. So this is the reorganization of the Bloom's taxonomy. From this reorganization only, process skills are emerged into very good things. So what Bloom have proposed are noun, but what Anderson, Krathwohl they have proposed are verb. So science is to be looked at, not to be looked as noun. It always to be looked into verb, process. Now you see, after just finding or identifying those verbs, then they modified those verbs into, that is Bloom's taxonomy revived as remember. Now you can see the remember becomes remembering, the understand becomes understanding, apply becomes applying, analyze analyzing, evaluate evaluating, and create becomes creating. This is how the science process skills are emerged. Now at most, these are all the subset of skills under creating, evaluating. These are all the skills put forth by Bloom and Anderson revision. But now our job, finally just I am concluding that the emergence of science process skill, just SAPA is an approach given by American Association for the Advancement of Science. SAPA is AAA, yes, American Association for the Advancement of Science. AAA, they identified a concept as science is a process approach. Science is not a product, it is a process. So what they do, they give insisting on the laboratory method of inspection.
Ramnath sir.
Okay.
Ramnath sir.
Sir, please.
Sir, principal மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் அட்மிட் பண்ணிடுங்க. குணசேகரன் டாக்டர்.
Sir, my dear attendees, 1 minute. Let me. Okay, let him just come, sir. So this is American Association for the Advancement of Science. They started concrete, you know very well. Concrete are always learning everything with size, shape, structure, definite size, shape and structure into planned exercise, and the interrelated activity for development of other process, because no activity should be conducted as separate. The activity always should be conducted as the combination of different activity. For example, AAAS, American Association for the Advancement of Science, emphasizing that don't observe. You observe, then classify, then predict, then you do research. So we should not do one activity only in a research. Always we have to do many number of activities. So like that, they come out with 8 basic skills and 5 integrated skills. This is the final, just a standard process.
ஹலோ ஆமாம் நீங்கள் ஆமாம் சார் அதில் தேர்ட் ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் சார் ஹர்டல் 400 மீட்டர் ஹர்டல் தேர்ட் ப்ரைஸ் சார். சார் நான் இப்போ வர முடியாது, 144 இருக்குங்கிறதுனால நான் லேட்டாக வந்து வாங்கிக்கலாமா சார்? நான் திருவாரூர் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் சார். சார் உங்கள் நேம் சார்? சரி ஓகே சார், நான் வந்து வாங்க சொல்கிறேன் சார். இந்த நம்பர் கொடுக்கவா? உங்கள் பேர் சார்? சரி ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ சார். ஓகே சார், தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Classifying, comparing, predicting, hypothesizing, generalizing, interpreting, many skills required for experiment. Like that, if we go for one skill, one process with one skill called the basic process skill, 2 or more skills for a single process, what is called the integrated process skill. Now, finally, we have come to the classification of science process skills like this. You can see composed of lower thinking process skills. What I told you, the 6 skills: observing, measuring, classifying, just to measure. These are all the interpreting data or just basic process skills. But when we come to the context of integrated, that is a composed of higher level skills and the complicated thinking process. That is integrated. The integrated, what I told you, is formulating hypothesis, experimenting, controlling variable, data modeling, decision making, inferring. These are all the integrated process skills. So now we will go for the process skill to be one by one. How it is? The first process skill we see, observing. When you look at this picture, my dear fellow learners, observing is the fundamental of all process. No process skill will start in our life, no process skills will start in our action or research without observing. So observing is very much mandatory. By Edgar Dale cone of experiment, you would have learned. And another just research, 83, 11, 3.5, 1.5, 1% of knowledge are entered. So that is why Montessori told sensory organs are always the gateway of knowledge. 83% of knowledge through eyes, 11% of knowledge through ears, 300% of knowledge through smell, 1.5% of knowledge through taste, and 1% of knowledge through touch. So all 100% of knowledge is being entered through the different 5 sense organ only. So the sense organ, what we are thinking is sighting, and just hearing only is observing, we are beaming. But never, my friends, sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, all 5 important activities together constitute an observation. So observation is a fundamental. It gathers information by 5 basic senses, and there are 2 types of observing. One is quantitative and another one is qualitative. Again I will tell you, Quantitative is easy observation. For example, if 5 potato and 8 tomato and 5 brinjals are there, by just a glance of, by eye voice span, by a small glance, you will come to know that, see, these are all brinjals, these are all tomato, these are all potato, with a number. That's a quantification. For example, my dear friend, if I ask you the same question, you kindly classify or identify the quality of potato, quality of tomato, quality of brinjal means you have to go the deeper knowledge. See, by 10 feet, 20 feet away, you can count how many brinjal, how many tomato, how many potato. But suppose if I ask you to sorting or classifying what are good, what are not good for cooking, you have to go closer to the tomato and just you should taste, touch, and you should see again and again by rotating. Is there any hole? Is there any slit? Is there any bomb? Like that. After that only you have to do. So now just a mere quantification observation is not at all a matter. It is also mandatory. But you have to go for qualitative observing. Qualitative means standardization of observation. If we look at something in our naked eye, it must be end with just qualitating of standardization of the property in our life. So that is called observation. So may also be used as an express of result of observing. So observing is not always observing something on the time. What things you observed already, also an observation. That is why in classroom, observation process will be going on in our mind, although you have not seen that object at the time. But the thing is that you have got a previous experience as you have seen in either real life or classroom situation or pictorial situation or at most imaginary situation. So this is what the observation, but the observation can also be a data or fact. So this is observation. Now, there are a sequence of every processing. Due to want of time, just let me brief. So when you find some time, I will upload this PPT. You can go through how to observe. There is this much steps. Actually, totally there are 10 steps to observe. For example, first you have to distinguish objects. In terms of color, if you please mind, my dear fellow learners, if light is switched on, if some property is placed inside the dark room where sunlight cannot enter, you will not see anything. But how you are seeing the same thing in your naked eye outside, it helps you just to distinguish with the help of the inference of light. So distinguishing is the first habit. Next you have to manipulate. Then you have to go for instrument. Which instrument? Eye or hear or taste or touch or smelling. So which instrument? Then you have to go for observation. After that observation, by one observation you cannot conclusion. You have to go for repeated observation. Then you have to measure out of your observation. Like that, I have given sequence for every skill. Then you can observe one by one in the time when you find leisure. Next we let's move to classification. Then you see the first picture and the second picture, there is a difference. The first one is also classification. Second one is also classification, you are thinking. Is it right? But not like that. The first one is not a classification. The second one is a classification. How? The first one is a sorting. SORTING. Sorting means you have some little knowledge. Just like that, you can see that these are all bad insect fishes. This is by concretizing evidence. Based on the character that is stored in your mind like assimilation knowledge, just you are sorting, just you are grouping. So grouping is also a classification, but it is a lower level of classification. It's a lower level of classification. If you go to higher level of classification, it needs twofold. See, grouping object on the basis of observable trait. Trait means character. Trait is classification, but arbitrary means you must be very center. You must be always unbiased while classifying the things. Then you classify things with the research and the deep knowledge. There will not be any problem. Otherwise, there will be a problem even though in a science experiment. So the classification has twofold. The first one is identifying trait, characteristic features or behavior of a property. The second one is selecting those characters or behavior of those properties. Based on that character, for example, matter just classified into pure and mixture. Again, that actually mixture is becoming homogeneous and heterogeneous. Here this is compound and solvent. Like that, classification is not of rigorous process. So now here you can see sequence of classification. Sequence means what? First you have to pursue the similarity. Classifying means don't go for just observing mere. First you have to observe similarity and difference. Then you have to separate based on similarity and upset. Then you have to group. Based on some similarity you have group. Based on the difference you have to group. Then you have to go for quantitation. How much similarity? Some may have 5 similarity. Some other property may have 10 similarity. Some other property may have 20 similarity. So further you can keep on classifying based on the process. This is a sequence for classification. Next we will move to measuring. When we come to the context of measuring, you know pretty well that measuring with the help of measuring devices. So here I have given different measuring devices. It is okay. But the measuring properties of objects and events. Objects we will measure somehow good. But how will you measure events? This is what a real difficulty in the process of science. So it can be accomplished by direct comparison or indirect comparison with the arbitrary unit. So you must be an arbitrary. So measurement always must be standardized process of communication. Just I will give you, here you can see that, put water into the cup. Then note volume of the water. Just put the car, I mean a toy inside the car. Then you can see what is the volume of information. Measuring always possible by the distinguishing of the earliest information into the newest information. What it was before the measurement, what is now at the time of measurement. So this is measuring. So this is the sequence of measuring. Next, inferring. So inferring is coming to a conclusion. So now you see, sir. So now you see regarding inference, what I read, inferring.
बोला टंकी को सारे पर बनवा लेते ओपन ताकि पानी किसी का तकलीफ नहीं होगा। क्या बोले थे?
हेलो हेलो
ये लोग
हेलो सर हेलो सर someone is sir you please tell me sir. Sir, you want to discuss anything in the meanwhile or shall I proceed? Hello
sir கேக்குதா?
Shall I proceed or you want to discuss anything in the meanwhile?
Yes sir, you proceed up to 11:15 sir. Sir?
Now what is time, Professor? What is time?
Time is 11:05 sir. Sir, one request sir. One request sir. Kindly admit our principal sir. Arul Nambi Kunasegaran. Immediately sir.
Sir, you please
he is waiting for
ask him
long
to
time.
join sir. I am waiting but he is not joining. Let him click now sir please. Now he can click. Sir.
Okay. Ask them join. Okay.
Okay sir. He did not join so far. Let him join sir. I will admit. No problem. Shall I start my dear friends? Shall I start?
Sir? Proceed sir.
Sir, shall I start? Okay.
Yes sir. Proceed sir.
Okay. So when we come to the context, sir, what I know already, and just what I wanted to know by process, what is called the inference. The inference is actually not an ordinary process. It is an invention process. Inferring means you are coming to conclusion. After a great observation, you are coming to invention of new things. So the nature of inferring always affects your result. So you be careful while, see for example, that the previous knowledge and the process, ongoing process, combination alone always make you to infer. So next one, inferring sequence that you can see, prediction. Prediction of event. Prediction, you know pretty well that it is just guess or tentative assumption. First you come to the first picture. Since it seems to be cloudy, it might rain. It is a prediction. But this prediction happens out of the plenty number of experiences. From the childhood onwards, the person would have seen that whenever there is a cloud, there would be rain. But another prediction is that, see, this is a population. Green is positive and just red is negative. Since we are in pandemic, I have chosen this model. This is predictive model. Here now, positive, you can see that predictive positive, predictive negative. How it is predictive positive? For example, the 2 negative people and 4 positive people are there. Then they can probably, since they are related with positive, they can become positive. But here, predictive negative. So based on the just phenomena, situation, similarity, if you go for prediction, what is called just prediction. Prediction must be also a testable. When the prediction is testable, it is a prediction skill. If it is not testable, then it is not a prediction skill at all. So next, this is the prediction sequence. We can go through with the 3 times and the relationship. My dear fellow learners, this is not an ordinary relationship of human being. It is a relationship of the science variable, scientific variable. So, for example, interaction of 2 variables in science is called as scientific variable. So, it occurs one or single dimension. For example, in multiple way, here you take speed and distance as an example. Speed and distance always have similarity difference with the time. If you go by 60 kilometers speed, you will reach 60 kilometers by an hour. If you go to 100 kilometers per hour, you will reach 100 kilometers per hour. So speed and time always same, distance and time also same. This is multiple. But here, only one dimension of knowledge. For example, for, under, over, here, this kind of knowledge is for the relationship. So establishing relationship between 2 matter or 2 property must be always look into very important in relationship. So this is communication. Communication means it's not, it's an English communication. Communication of science. For example, after predicting, after inferring, and after concluding, and after interpreting of the knowledge or a theory or actually we are going to express our feelings in the form of data. That data may be displayed in the form of table or chart or graph. So this process is called a scientific communication or process skills, communication skills. So this is 2 or 3 dimensional process with the help of different skills. So now you see infographic. Information plus graph is called the infographic. Infographic is a great brainchild of all scientific process. Now you see the information process, I mean scientific communication always must the ability to see, consequently represent information as interplay. So when you present information as diagram, graph, table, chart, figures and layout, it is easily understood by the people who are going to be what is called the scientific communication. It is also one of the important process skills. Now the scientific communication, you see that this is a type of science communication by channel, type communication strategy. You can see when you find some free time. This is a sequence and now interpretation. I will complete by another 5 minutes only. Interpret. Interpretation is very important component of science. You see, this is very funny picture and it's an age-old picture. You might have heard, but it has a suitable meaning with interpreting data. It is an elephant, but the elephant is touched by, the elephant was touched by some blind people. I mean that visually impaired people. Yes, sir? Visually impaired people. See, one person who has touched the trumpet seems that it's a snake. Another person seeing just touching the leg seems that it's a snake. Another person touching the trunk is seeming that it is a wall. Another person just touching the tail is seeming to that it's a rope. So they are blind. Since they do not have eye, they thought that it's a snail, is just a wall and a rope. But really it is an elephant. It's a living organism. This is how, my dear friend, If you interpret something, if you wrongly understand something in science, always the interpretation, explanation of facts will definitely go wrong. So you please see that the better data you, sir, shall I, the better data you get, the better interpretation you will give. For example, in our science experiment, when we come to the correlation, 0 to 1.999 is very low. But when it's 0.80 to 1, it's a very strong. So this is an interpretation table. So with the help of this kind of sequences, you can very easily interpret. Then operational definition. This is a very important just process of sciencing and science process skill. Without operationalization of a research, you cannot do anything. Just I will tell you what is operational definition. Operational definition is that there are two things, conceptual and operational. The original meaning of the term is conceptual definition, but how the term will be operated in your study or how the term will be handled in your study is called a operational definition that you can go through in the net. Is a sequence of operational definition. And controlling variable is, now I have sequenced the based on the complexity. Controlling of variable is very difficult process than the operational definition. Simply you can see that there are two plants. Both the plants are receiving temperature and sunlight, but one plant only receiving water along with the temperature and sunlight. So now this particular person controlling this experiment, this receives temperature, light with the water, but this receives only temperature and light. The water is not given to this plant, what is called the controlling of a variable. And another thing here, just you are seeing a small test tube. Here amylase is there, starch solution is there. Amylase plus distilled water. Distilled water plus starch solution. Why there is a 3 test tube? We have to know that what will happen, the combination of amylase and starch solution, amylase and distilled water. Here now just you please tell me what is the control. Distilled water is the control, because distilled water do not have any element, and it will not make amylase to go for any reaction. For example, amylase kept alone with the distilled water, and the starch solution kept alone with the distilled water, no reaction. But the amylase and starch solution when kept together, it starts reacting. This is how you can control the experiment. So this is attempting of isolating a particular variable or more than variable by your control, what is called the controlling variable. 100% all the science experiment always just doing based on this type of controlling variable. Oh my God, this hypothesis I need is a lot and lot of time to talk, at least an hour to 3 hours for hypothesis. But simply I am telling that hypothesizing is a tentative guess of a researcher or a person. For example, this is what background knowledge he has. Some data is there. This data with the background knowledge, when it is bridged with some tentative guess, is also called a hypothesis. Hypothesis is a tentative guess. For example, one person wanted to just improve his complexion, I mean color, for which he takes a carrot. You please understand. Whether the carrot is to be taken as raw or empty stomach, or whether it is to be taken as a juice, or whether it is to be taken as a facial, or whether it is to be taken as a cooked food, or half cooked food. So there are some 7 elements what is called hypothesis. So 7 people are chosen. One person is given just empty stomach carrot. Another person is given raw carrot. Another person is given juice carrot. Another person is given facial carrot. So which carrot influences, which form of character influences the glowing of a person. At last he will go for a result. He will come to know that which type of formulation, which type of endeavor gives more results. That all 7 type of endeavor, all 7 type of attempts are called a hypothesis. That is what the previous evidence with the help of data and just background knowledge are all put together as a guess, what is called a hypothesis. It is a very great skill of just a research process. For example, this person knows that plant will be grow with the help of some fertilizer. For which he goes for 3 types of fertilizer. He choose nitrogen. After giving nitrogen, then phosphate and potassium, the plant puts forth very much growth. This is a guess. So this is what the topic of tentative guess, and this is very important topic. You can go through due to want of time. Just let me drift to the slide. This is how to form the question for the research question. Research question always possible based on the observation only. Then it must be precisely stated. Then you have to go for formulation of hypothesis. After that only you have to go for the statement. Then the statement is to be fragmented into different components. Then you go for a hypothesis framework. So these are all the concepts of. Then this is the hypothesis sequence. For example, this is a plant, 4 types of plant. Just only 2 droplets of fertilizer. Here 4 drops of fertilizer, 6 drops, 8 drops. If fertilizers keep increasing, the growth of the plant also will keep increasing. This type of hypothesis is to be framed. Next, experimenting. I don't want to stay on this experimentation. These are all the 6 background steps of experimenting. You always choose a problem, then frame hypothesis and have some prediction, then testing those predictions by experiment, then you evaluate those hypotheses. What is called experimentation. This is very important process skill. But the thing is that always just you go for judgment based on the hypothesis in experimentation. Judgment without hypothesis makes no sense in the kind of doing experimentation. This is what scientists always tend to think in terms of probability. You see a small experiment with that salinity of water. If water level increases, just that density of water is increasing, so that actually that egg started flowing. This is osmosis by potato experiment. The outside water salinity or sugar water just moved by from higher concentration to lower concentration. So these type of experimentation will help people. So this is sequencing of experimenting. Then formulating model. So model means, for example, regarding actually the planet theory, Copernicus has stated something. After that, Kepler has come on just to show something. For example, always establishing model is there. Established model is there. When we come to, for example, scientific experiment, you can take even that reverse osmosis experiment. The proven models are already there. We do experiment that one. But the scientists, what they will do, they will always addition some new formulation of hypothesis to invent new things. For example, till the invention of electronic microscope, fungus was considered to be the finest organism, microorganism. Then bacteria was found. After that microscope was little enhanced, then virus was found. After that virus, that microscope was enhanced into transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. Same and the same. The virions and just viriad and the DNA components are established. So when just we are making model day by day reframe, we are proving new knowledge day by day. Why? How it is? The formulating model, established model is there already, but you have to go for some shortcut and make some intervention in order to create the new course of action. This is what the criteria of formulating model. For example, it is testing the hypothesis itself in new information. Already the model which is established model information testing is nothing doing. So no action. You have to go course of action with the established model, what is called the formulating model, so that you will be able to produce new theory, new event, new principles, new factors, new phenomena. So when you go for formulation research, you will be able to produce new knowledge. When you are not going for formulating research, you cannot go for new knowledge. So this is formulating knowledge. Then this is a sequence of formulating. Then at last skill, valuing. Actually learning of all those process skills doesn't matter, but it always matters that how much valuing you have got out of the scientific phenomena. See, integrated several levels of awareness and decision making. So this is formed a specific behavior as internalized and incorporated into a consistent acting. So this is what valuing in process skill. This is a sequence of valuing. So at last, you can go for this type of MBA.
Sir?
Now just I have hereby I have stopped my presentation. So, Professor. Hello.
Professor?
Professor, just now I have completed my presentation. If there is any query,
okay, please wait for a query, sir. Bharati, sir?
Any queries, sir? Any queries?
Participants, any queries, any questions? Ask to resource person.
Participant, kindly unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Please, yes, go ahead, madam.
Can we just repeat the difference between inquire and inquiring?
Inquiry is actually the endeavor of the things on what have just already happened. Inquiry, or how it would happen. But inquiry is a systematic phenomenon in science process. Inquiry is at most on the things or event which already happened, how it would have happened, and what are the phenomena. So relating factors are inquiry, but that relating process is inquiry. Inquiry is an ongoing process. Inquiry is just a happening event, giving an interlink with the facts, principles, even by your tentative assumption or risk. That is inquiry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions by the combination of Bloom's taxonomy with process skills? Don't you have any just a doubt regarding Bloom's taxonomy and process skills? My dear fellow learners? Any more queries? Professor?
Sir?
Professor, any more queries?
Bharati, sir.
From participant?
What happened? Bharati, sir?
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, one general question, sir. What?
Sir, please turn off your captions. You can go on with the captions.
Okay, you can question.
Sir, what is the
Bharati, sir?
essential skills for
Sir, question.
higher secondary
Bharati, sir.
students for research?
Okay, then, sir.
Bharati, sir?
I don't get you, sir. I don't get you.
Sir, question section. 1 minute, sir.
Bharati, sir?
ஹலோ சார்.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே
சார், நீங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி இப்போ சயின்டிஃபிக் உள்ள எல்லா ஸ்கில்ஸுமே எழுதணும்னா எக்ஸலண்ட்டாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. பட் வாட் ஆர் த எசென்ஷியல் ஸ்கில் ஃபார் அல்லது பேசிக்காக உள்ள 2-3 ஸ்கில்ஸ் மட்டும் ஃபார் ஹையர் செகண்டரி சயின்ஸ் ரிசர்ச் சம்மந்தமாக அப்படின்னா எதை நீங்கள் ப்ரிஃபர் பண்ணுவீங்க? ஹையர் செகண்டரி சார், +1 +2.
ஒரு சார்ட் போட்டோம் பாத்தீங்களா, ஒரு 15 ஸ்லைட்ல ஒரு சார்ட் போட்டோம்ல, அந்த சார்ட்ல தான்
ஓகே சார்.
பேசிக் ப்ராசஸ் ஸ்கில்ஸ் இருக்கு. அப்சர்விங், கம்பேரிங், கிளாசிஃபைங், டிஃபரன்ஷியேட்டிங், இன்ஃபரிங் அண்ட் ப்ரிடிக்டிங்.
ஓகே.
இந்த பேசிக் ஸ்கில்ஸ் எல்லாமே பிரைமரி சயின்சஸ்ல அவ்வளவு வந்துரும்.
ஓகே சார்.
பட் இன்ஃபரிங், ஹைபோதசைசிங், ஜெனரலைசிங், ஃபார்முலேட்டிங் ஹைபோதசிஸ், அப்புறம் generalizing variable, இதெல்லாம் வந்து ஹையர் செகண்டரி லெவல்ல மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஸ்கில்ஸ். அது அந்த சார்ட்ல இருக்கும். 6 to 12ல இந்த ஸ்கில்ஸ் லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அந்த சார்ட்ல இருக்கும்.
ஓகே சார்.
இட் மீன்ஸ் தட் அந்த ஸ்கில்ஸ் ஃபுல்லா படிக்கணும் இல்ல, அந்த ஸ்கில்ஸ்க்கு அதிக முக்கியத்துவம் அந்த ஸ்டேஜ்ல கொடுக்கணும்.
ஓகே, இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங்ஸ். எஸ் சார்.
Okay.
ஓகே
Okay, thank you.
ரொம்ப தேங்க்யூ சார். தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Okay, Professor.
Sir, Bharati sir. Bharati sir. Bharati sir. Bharati sir. Hello. Hello, Bharati sir.
Sir, I am audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Sorry, my you are Bharati kindly propose to vote of thanks, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
A very good morning to all. It gives me an special pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for the event to all dignitaries assembled here. We would like to thank our chief guest, Professor Dr. Ramnath sir, who enrolled this function with his inspirational speech. I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. A. Gunasegaran sir, and staff members and students and participants. Thank you to all. Once again, I thank to one and all present here. Thank you.
So thank all the participants, and I thank Dr. Ravichandran sir and Professor Gunasegaran principal and Anbucharan sir and all the faculty members, Bharati sir, for having proposed vote of thanks, for having invited me to deliver a lecture. And I am always have a better connection with the Government College of Education. And I am happily just attended all the attendees. All the attendees were passionate and utmost cooperative also. I wholeheartedly submit my deep sense of indebtedness for all having taken part in this conference on science process skills. So thanks all the organizers as well as the delegates of the webinar. So thank you all. Thank you, sir. Professor, shall I leave the meeting? Shall we end the meeting?
Ramnath sir.
Professor?
Ramnath sir. Sir, once again, I would like to thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to thank sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Professor.
Shall I leave meeting, sir? Shall I leave meeting? Shall I complete meeting, sir? Leave meeting? Finish, sir? Over. Shall we complete?
Yes, sir. Sir, leave the meeting, sir.
Shall we?
Leave it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.